Stay quiet after disrespect. C.S. Lewis. In a world filled with noise and quick reactions, what if the most profound response to disrespect is silence? Today we explore the wisdom of C.S. Lewis, a man whose works continue to inspire generations. Lewis's insights on staying quiet in the face of disrespect are not only timeless but deeply practical, offering us a pathway to dignity, strength, and self-respect. Let's dive into the lessons we can learn and how they can transform our lives. Imagine this scenario. Someone disrespects you, perhaps with a cutting remark or an unjust accusation. The immediate urge is to react, to defend yourself, or to strike back. But what if instead you paused? C.S. Lewis believed that integrity is not about being perfect, but about making the right choices, especially when faced with challenges. Staying quiet in such moments requires immense emotional intelligence. It's about pausing, reflecting, and then choosing a response, or no response at all, that aligns with your values. When you stay silent, you disrupt the expected pattern. The person who disrespected you might anticipate anger or retaliation. By not reacting, you shift the dynamic. You hold the power because you're not letting someone else dictate your emotions or actions. Silence in this context is not weakness, it's a profound strength. It's the ability to rise above the noise and maintain your composure. Think about a time in your own life when someone said something that really stung. Maybe it was a colleague at work, a family member, or even a stranger. You wanted to respond immediately, to let them know how wrong they were. But if you've ever held back, if you've taken that moment to pause, you probably realized something remarkable. The silence didn't just protect your peace, it gave you control over the situation. It allowed you to reflect, to process, and to decide on your terms how, or even if, you would respond. C.S. Lewis's writings are filled with reflections on the human condition. He understood the power of restraint. He knew that silence could be a tool for preserving one's dignity. By choosing not to react, you're demonstrating maturity and self-control. This act of staying quiet isn't about suppressing your feelings, but about mastering them. It's about being intentional with your responses, choosing to act in a way that reflects your inner strength rather than being driven by impulse. Lewis often spoke about the concept of self-respect. He once said, "Don't let your happiness depend on something you may lose." This wisdom applies to how we handle disrespect. When we react impulsively, we're essentially handing over control of our emotions to someone else. But when we stay quiet, we're reclaiming that control. We're saying, "I value my peace more than this momentary conflict." Walking away or staying quiet sends a clear message. You value yourself too much to engage in negativity. It's a statement of self-worth. You're setting boundaries, signaling to others how you expect to be treated. This doesn't mean you're avoiding conflict altogether. It means you're choosing which battles are worth fighting. Not every slight deserves your attention. Some things are better left unaddressed, not because they don't matter, but because your peace matters more. Let's take a closer look at the impact of silence on your mental and emotional well-being. Reacting to every instance of disrespect can be exhausting. It drains your energy and distracts you from what truly matters. By staying quiet, you're protecting your emotional boundaries. You're preserving your peace of mind. C.S. Lewis's philosophy often emphasized the importance of focusing on what's meaningful and letting go of what's not. Consider this: when you're silent, you're also giving yourself a moment to think about what's actually worth your time and energy, to think about whether the other person's words or actions truly reflect on you, or if they're more about that person's own struggles or insecurities. This moment of reflection is powerful. It's an act of reclaiming your narrative, refusing to let someone else's behavior dictate your sense of self. Lewis also understood the value of introspection. Silence gives you the space to reflect. It allows you to process your emotions and decide on a course of action that aligns with your values. This practice not only helps you handle disrespect, but also strengthens your emotional intelligence. You become more aware of your triggers and learn how to manage them effectively. Over time, this leads to greater self-awareness and resilience. But what about forgiveness? How does that fit into this picture? Forgiveness is a recurring theme in Lewis's works. He famously said, "Getting over a painful experience is much like crossing monkey bars. You have to let go at some point in order to move forward." Holding on to anger or resentment, especially in the face of disrespect, only holds us back. Forgiveness isn't about excusing bad behavior. It's about freeing ourselves from the weight of negativity. By letting go, we're not just moving past the moment, we're growing through it. Let's dig deeper into how forgiveness ties into silence. When you choose to stay quiet, you're not just avoiding an argument. You're creating a space to process, to reflect, and ultimately to forgive, both the other person and yourself. Sometimes we're hardest on ourselves for how we react or don't react. But practicing silence allows you to step back, to show yourself grace, and to focus on moving forward rather than staying stuck in the moment. Resilience is built through moments of challenge. Each time you choose silence over reaction, you're strengthening your ability to handle adversity. You're training yourself to focus on what truly matters and to let go of what doesn't. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or ignoring injustice. It means approaching situations with a calm and measured mindset, choosing to act in a way that reflects your inner strength. Think of someone you admire, a mentor, a public figure, or even a fictional character. Chances are they're not someone who's known for lashing out or reacting impulsively. Instead, they likely embody calm, grace, and a sense of self-assurance. This is what staying quiet in the face of disrespect allows you to cultivate. It's not about letting things slide. It's about choosing your responses wisely and standing firm in your dignity. It's important to note that staying quiet doesn't mean you're passive. It's a strategic choice. You're choosing to respond in a way that aligns with your values and preserves your dignity. This is a powerful form of self-respect. It's about standing firm in your principles and not letting others dictate your actions. Silence in this context is a form of strength. It's the ability to rise above the noise and focus on what truly matters. C.S. Lewis's wisdom continues to resonate because it speaks to the universal challenges we all face. Disrespect is something everyone encounters at some point. But how we choose to respond makes all the difference. By staying quiet, we're not only preserving our peace, but also setting an example for others. We're showing that it's possible to handle conflict with grace and dignity. In the face of disrespect, staying quiet might seem counterintuitive. It might feel like you're letting the other person win, but in reality, you're reclaiming your power. You're choosing to focus on what matters and letting go of what doesn't. This is a profound act of self-respect and resilience. It's a choice that reflects your inner strength and commitment to living a life of integrity. So the next time you find yourself facing disrespect, remember the wisdom of C.S. Lewis. Choose silence, choose peace, and above all, choose yourself. Because as Lewis reminds us, there are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with someone who might need a little inspiration. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's continue to grow and learn together, inspired by timeless wisdom. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.